Hi guys, my name is Sebastian Drakes. My friends call me Bashi. I'm 31 years old and I'm a recent graduate from Wayman Aviation in Hollywood, North Perry, Florida. And this is my pilot story. My interest in aviation began at the tender age of maybe 4 or 5. My father used to be an air traffic controller at the international airport in Barbados, Grantley Adams, and sometimes I would beg him to go to work with him. And I mean, we only lived 4 or 5 kilometers from the airport, so I would always see aircraft taking off. I would hear them, and from maybe 5 years old, I knew I wanted to be a pilot. I can still remember my first flight as pilot in command. I flew with a friend of mine, Ryan Amir. We did a cross country over to Vero Beach and on to Okeechobee and then back here to Hollywood, North Perry. The funny thing behind that is we weren't actually supposed to go to Vero Beach, but we decided to do it anyway. We were a little reckless, but everything worked out. And I mean, we always followed regulations, so it wasn't to say that we were flying blind or anything. We had a flight plan. We did everything by the book. My most memorable flight experience is, well, I have 2 of them, to be honest. The first one was taking my mother on a flight down the Miami Beach, down the South Beach and around Key Biscayne and back. She was extremely nervous at first, and I could tell. That would be, it would be something to see your son, as a pilot, and you're just sitting down as a passenger. And as the flight progressed, she became less nervous, and we landed. It was a very smooth landing, thankfully. And yeah, she said she had a great time. My other very memorable flight experience is one when I was rather scared. We were returning to Hollywood, North Perry from Venice, and we encountered some pretty heavy turbulence. The aircraft was climbing and descending and bouncing all over the place. The wings were banking, and yeah. And once again, I was flying with Ryan. Well, we managed to get through it, and we landed safely. And once again, everything worked out. So receiving negative feedback from people. I wouldn't say that I've received a lot of negativity. Mostly people have said, you're a bit old to be changing careers now, or why are you doing this? It's a big risk you're taking, and you're spending a lot of money, and they don't see the value behind it. I believe that happiness is paramount, and I was definitely not happy working a 9-to-5 behind the desk as an actuary. I hated it. I always wanted to be a pilot, so I went for it. Besides that, I wouldn't say there's anyone in my immediate circle that has said, oh, you'll never be a pilot or anything of the sort. I mostly get very good encouragement. Well, in the near future, I'm currently working on becoming an instructor. So in the near future, I plan on being an instructor to, build time and to give back a little bit. And after that, I want to pursue a career in the airlines. It doesn't have to be in the United States. It can be pretty much anywhere on the planet. Okay, so there are 2 groups of people that either have supported me or motivated me throughout my studies to become a pilot. And firstly, I'd like to thank my former instructors, Shi Kamir, Ethan Adler, Fito Colas, and Daniel Dees. They all helped me in ways that I can probably never give back, or I can never give enough thanks. And then also some of my fellow students, Rajid, Tahir, Lienka, Ryan, Jose. Thanks, guys. And then finally, I really want to thank my mother and my sister for supporting me through this journey. I know it hasn't been easy for either of them. I'm not an easy person to put up with on a long-term basis. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. My message to aspiring pilots is 1, never give up, and 2, work hard for what you want. We as pilots, we're in a very unique career field where almost all of us are very passionate about what we are pursuing. So, there will be times when you become discouraged or when you start to slack off, you lose focus. And when those things happen, just, rely on your friends, on your co-workers. Let them encourage you because they're in the same situation that you're in. And yeah, besides that, you gotta work hard. You're gonna crawl at first, and then you're gonna start to walk, and finally you're gonna fly.